All right, hey, good morning, guys. Man, I tell you, I love beaming down. That is just so awesome. Hey, listen, a couple of weeks ago, I did a review on this CCI Uppercut 22 ammo. Now, this is a self-defense ammo, and it uses a jacketed hollow point bullet, and it's optimized for short-barreled pistols. I came out here, I did a review, I fired this through 5 handguns, and it only worked in 2 of them. A Taurus TX22 and a Glock Model 44. I checked expansion, bullets did not expand, so I was really disappointed in this ammo. Well, some of my viewers were also disappointed because they said, oh man, I wish you would have used a Kel Tec P17 or a Ruger pistol or a rifle. Somebody wanted me to use a revolver. So that's what we're gonna do today, guys. We're gonna shoot this ammo through 6 guns today. 4 pistols, 1 revolver, 1 rifle, and just retest it and see what happens. Now on the rifle, which will be a Ruger 10/22, we're gonna check accuracy, velocity, and expansion. All right, so let's go back, take a quick look at these, and then we'll get out here and get started. I have a Ruger Wrangler, and the barrel length on this one is about 4.5 inches. This is a fun little plinker. Kel Tec P17. Tell you what, this is really a great little pistol, extremely reliable, and the barrel length on this one is about 3 3/4 inches. Ruger Mark II, stainless steel, as you can see, and great little pistol, and the barrel length on this one is about 4 3/4 inches. All right, here is a 1911. This is a Colt railgun made in Germany by Walther, and it is the government model. Really a fun little plinker, and it's really very, very reliable. And we're also going to shoot my Smith & Wesson M&P 1522 pistol. I have this one in a lot of my videos, and I'll tell you what, extremely reliable. Gun number 6, my Ruger 10/22. Yeah, I do like this one, guys. So with this one, again, we're going to check velocity, accuracy, and expansion. Now, speaking of expansion, I'm going to fire 5 rounds into this block of gel, and we're going to find out, one, if the Ruger is going to be reliable with this ammo. Trust me, you're going to know within the first 5 rounds if your gun is going to be reliable or not with this uppercut ammo. So 5 rounds into this, we'll go down and dig the bullets out and see if we get any expansion. Now I do want to mention on this gel, every time I use it I get a lot of complaints. Guys will say, oh, don't use that, you need to use FBI calibrated gel. Well, I don't have any. It's expensive, hard to work with. This is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. So let me get set up, and 5 rounds into this gel before it gets too hot out. All right, 5 rounds. Let's see what happens. So it looks like they went in about 8 or 9 inches. I see a lot of pieces right in here, and it looks like they expanded pretty good. So let's go ahead and dig a couple out and see what they look like. Again, I can see a lot of pieces of shrapnel right here, copper and lead. So let's dig this one out right here. Whoa, easy now. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's what you're looking for right there. All right, let's try another one here. We got one down here at the bottom. Yeah, maybe you can see a lot of that shrapnel right here. In fact, there's a piece that came out. So let's get this one right here. Yeah, you tell you what, real happy with that. Of course, you would expect that out of a rifle. Let me show you what these looked like 2 weeks ago when I shot them through a pistol with a 4-inch barrel. Yeah, they broke up pretty good. I'll dig out the rest of these when I get home, but they look like they're going to be about the same. Okay, let's fire 5 rounds, 50 yards, and then we'll go down and take a look. Wow, that looks pretty impressive. Wow, look at that. That is about 3/4 of an inch. That's pretty impressive with that ammo and with that Ruger 10/22. You know, with the right ammo, this Ruger is really very accurate, but I'll tell you what, that is the best group I have ever shot with this rifle. Really impressed with that ammo so far. I wasn't impressed with it 2 weeks ago, but today, through a rifle, so far, big thumbs up. But right now, let's check reliability through my handguns and see what happens. And I think we'll start off with the Kel Tec P17. So let me get set up and we'll see what happens. So I've got all 6 of my guns laid out right here. I'm going to put 10 rounds through each of them, except, of course, through the Ruger Wrangler. That's going to be 6 rounds. And again, we're going to start off with the Kel Tec P17. See what happens. Hey, I like that. Ruger Mark II. Wow. Wasn't going this good 2 weeks ago. All right, the Colt. Whoop. Spoke too soon. See what we got here. Gonna wait a few seconds. Empty case. Empty chamber. Yeah, this, I can tell already this is not going to like this ammo. Nope. Empty case. All right. Not even going to waste any more ammo on this. Another empty case. Ruger. Now, the main thing I want to check with this is I want to make sure the empty cases are going to eject without sticking. So 6 rounds. Perfect. Smith & Wesson 10-round magazine. All right. And you know what? Gonna put another 10 rounds through the 1022 just to make sure, because I think I've only fired this 5 times so far. All right. So out of these 6 guns, it did not work very well in the Colt Walther. All right. Let's check velocity through the 1022. You know, out of a 4-inch pistol, this uppercut ammo averages 1,074 feet per second. So we're going to fire 5 rounds through the Ruger and see what we get. It should be quite a bit higher than 1074. So let me get set up, fire 5 rounds. We'll average that out and see what we come up with. Ruger 1022. Okay, final thoughts on the CCI Uppercut. Now, between my 2 videos, I fired this through 11 firearms, 1 rifle, 10 handguns, and it shot great through the rifle, the Ruger 1022. In fact, CCI might want to remarket this as rifle ammo, not pistol ammo. Now, speaking of pistols, out of those 10 pistols, 4 did not like this ammo. And that was the 1911 Colt / Walther, the Walther P22Q, the Browning Buckmark, and the Beretta Bobcat. None of those liked this ammo, but everything else shot it just fine. I do have 1 full box left. I might compare this in the future with Stinger ammo. I think that might be a pretty good comparison. But anyways, guys, I have a lot of guns to clean, so I'm going to go home and do that. And I do want to thank you for watching my video. And we'll see you next time.